For my SAE project, I decided to do my job. My job is pretty much training and walking my sister's dog along with taking care of my own dog. So this is Val. You guys have met her. She is a 2-year-old purebred Tibetan Mastiff. She's still pretty young for her breed. 2 is considered a puppy still because her breed doesn't get full grown until they're about 4 years old. And one thing I've been working on with Val is she gets really excited really easily, and it's kind of over dumb stuff. Right now you can tell she's pretty excited about going on a walk, and with this, pretty much what I do is I wait for her to calm down before I actually put the leash on, so she understands, oh, calm means leash. I gotta go for a walk. And then on walks, she used to be really, really excited. As you can tell, like, she wouldn't stay next to me. She wouldn't really listen to me. And it got to the point where she got so excited, her tail got wrapped around the leash, and I'd have to wiggle it free. But now she's calmed down. Like, she still gets pretty excited because, who doesn't get excited to go on walks? But she's calmed down pretty well. She stays next to me, and she's constantly, if you can tell, she's constantly looking at me for direction and for orders. So, which is really good. And one thing I do with her when I take her on walks, and she's finally grasped the concept of, is when we come to a street corner, which we will be at one right now. So I make her sit at every corner, and I wait, and I always give positive reinforcement, and then once it's clear, she's free to get up and we can walk across. And when we get home, I make her lay in her bed, and then once she's calmed down, she gets to go do whatever the heck she wants. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I do with her. With Gertie, there's a lot I have to do for her. She is an 8-year-old purebred German Shepherd. She has an eye disease called pannus, which is tissue that grows over the cornea of the eye, and it's very prominent in German Shepherds. It's a genetic disease. So, and there's no cure for it. So she's pretty much with it for life, and it can cause her to go blind, but she's too stubborn to let that happen. So one of the things I do for her is I give her lots of love, and with that, it's homemade treats, and she absolutely loves them, and she only does 2 tricks: sit and catch it. That's about it. And since Gertie's a little older, and she has hip problems and elbow problems, we can't really take her for walks because she gets really tired really easy, and she gets really excited on them, so it tires her out even more. So what we have to do is we take her outside and we play ball with her, and she absolutely loves it, and she's really good at it. But we've had her for about 8. We've had her since she was a puppy, so we've had her for 8 years. She's kind of the queen of our house, and I've learned she's kind of the reason I've kind of gotten more into training dogs, mostly because she has so many training problems, but nonetheless, she's a sweet dog, and we love playing with her, and she loves playing with us. She's kind of a pain in the butt, but we love her anyway because, she's our baby girl, or the queen, whatever you prefer. But sometimes, this is one way that we kind of keep her active, and it actually does kind of make her feel better, especially with like her eyes and her hips and stuff. Sometimes, as you can tell, her eyes kind of work against her and she doesn't quite see where the ball goes, but she finds it eventually, and then she drops it like a klutz. And then she gets really tired really easily, so she'll just tell us when she's done. Another way we kind of keep her brain working is we tease her. And one of the ways is we listen to audio of dogs whining, and she starts getting really, really curious to the point where she tries to attack us. Not really, she's just trying to sniff my phone, but, So the things I've learned from my SAE project, pretty much, they all have to do with dogs, obviously. But I've learned a lot about patience, because especially with Valkyrie, she needs a lot of patience to work with because she's a little bit older, and 2 isn't quite the ideal age for training dogs. So she's a little tougher to work with, but
with patience, you can pretty much do anything. So that's one major thing that I've learned and one skill that I've kind of obtained from doing my SAE. Another skill that I've learned, or like I don't know, I've learned a lot of like dog training skills and like how to approach certain dog traits. And one thing that I've learned is that all dogs have different personalities and you have to cater to those certain personalities. So yeah, like Gertie has a different personality than Valkyrie does. Like, she's a lot more sassy. Val is a little bit more laid back, but she has her moments where she gets really excited. So yeah, a lot of it's just patience and learning that all dogs are different. And yeah, so, and another skill I think that I've learned, I think I've learned a lot more about myself doing this too, and how like kind of like my training techniques, because I do want to become a dog trainer. So like learning different ways of training and experimenting with those ways have kind of helped me develop my own style of training. So yeah, so my SAE benefits me, well, just kind of how it has benefited me. I've actually been able to become closer with my own dog and to learn more about my dog, and it's kind of helped me learn about other dogs, and I'm a lot more comfortable with the idea of being around other people's dogs. And one thing is I can spot like traits of a dog from like a mile away now, just because of all the research I've done and just like my own personal experiences with dogs. So yeah, so a lot of it's just a lot of personal experiences and how it's benefited me with just being able to interact with dogs, which is a huge part of my life. So right now, my goals, pretty much, graduating, that's my main goal. But after high school, I kind of want to find a job where I can work with dogs. So like training, grooming, walking, stuff like that. As for like far future, I want to open my own dog rescue and training center where I can rescue dogs and train them so they're more adoptable, because that's one problem that I find with like shelters and stuff, is that they get dogs and they just tell everybody what their problems are and then expect those people to fix it, and sometimes they don't know quite how to fix it. I know it's kind of like something they need to figure out, but being able to like help a dog so it's more eligible to get a new home and to get a good home is kind of what I really, really want to do with my life. It's kind of, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but I just want to be able to save dogs' lives and stuff like that. And working with like my own dog and my sister's dog, and in the future with my brother's dogs, I'll be able to learn a lot more about dogs and their personalities and like the different ways dogs respond to certain things. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, I guess. It's been fun. Bye.